Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Coke, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because he completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Yes, sir. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's fix this up real quick. Where we at? Nope, that's not the right one. Holding down solo dolo today. My guy Joe is out, man. Look, ain't even no PTO with this, man. He held it down the last week. Last Wednesday got caught up with work. I was off Sunday. Some personal stuff was going on. Appreciate my guys reaching out. Appreciate my, them checking up on me. I'm good. Just some bad family news. Just want to, share that. Life be lifing sometimes, man, and you're going to get news on any given day, and you just got to pray and be ready for it, man. It's not an easy world we live in. It's not easy times when the people you love are hurting and there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So, if anybody's going through anything, man, send you my love and my prayers. Not even on no funny shit, no jokes about it, how we usually do, try to make it light. But yeah, man, just had to take Sunday off. My mind wasn't right, and yeah, just had to kick back and chill. Appreciate my guys holding it down, just like they did. I'm gonna hold it down today. How y'all doing, chat? Kevin Williams, what's up, man? I see you. Back on our regular 6:30 and 6. We will have a new episode this Thursday, so tomorrow. For the What's Your King Story series that I kicked off with Gabby last week. Hope y'all have checked that out. My guy Joe's working on something, in the off season. There's no off season for us. So we working on our regular show and building things separate, bringing something different to the channel. Just going after conversations that we want to have, man. It's a fun time. I love doing this. Shout out to my guy Grant that I got to chop it up with on Wednesday. That episode will be dropping next week. You learn a lot from people when you go past their post, man. It was dope to hear their story. But this week we have Ricky, aka at U in Miami, on What's Your King Story, Mr. Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Huge fan of that, man. Huge fan of him. We've become closer as friends. It's been cool chopping it up with him about music and stuff like that. And yeah, man, the off season. What are we? Probably 3-4 weeks away from spring. But things are happening, man. So let's just jump right in. This week we dropped another list of our running backs. Every Tuesday we'll drop another list. I think up next is wide receivers. So for this week's list, you saw all ours on social media. Polk had Mark Fletcher at 1. Let's just run through it real quick. Polk had Mark Fletcher at 1. Where did Mark Fletcher at 1, Ahmad Hardy from Missouri at 2, Isaac Brown, that I could have sworn left, but just went back to Louisville. So got up the bag any way you want to. Isaac Brown at 3, Kewan Lacey from Ole Miss, and LJ Martin. For myself, I had Mark Fletcher at 1. Big Mark Fletcher stan. I'm just gonna tell you the man's a leader. Obviously being super biased with that one, but I also think he's a phenomenal running back, but he might not have as many carries as the other guys because the other guys might have to carry the team. We have 4 to 5 running backs in this room that can be really, really special. So at 2, I had Kewan Lacey. At Cam Cook, the Jacksonville State transfer that's going to West Virginia. Please check out his tape, man. Really special. Ahmad Hardy at 3. These were the ones that I kind of went back and forth with. Like, one was clear cut for me. It was Mark Fletcher. The 2 through 5, I could have gone in any direction, if I'm being honest. Because, it's just the list. Like, I don't live and die by this. So Ahmad Hardy at 4, then Isaac Brown. What did Joey had? Keywan Lacey, Mark Fletcher, Isaac Brown, Ahmad Hardy, and Emmett Johnson. He hit me with the E Johnson in the group text. I thought he meant Ernie Johnson. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm showing my age a little bit, guys. I thought he meant Ernie Johnson from the Phoenix days, 90s basketball, but he didn't. Well, all right, shoot or shoot. We're gonna chop. Not all jokes land. And CB had Lacey at 1, Mark Fletcher at 2, Isaac Brown at 3, Antoine Raymond at 4, and Ahmad Hardy at 5. So those were our list. Little different, similar names. I think for most of them we had one name different. Polk had LJ Martin. I had Cam Cook, so on and so forth. But it was a fun time, and I enjoyed doing it. It makes me look at and watch other teams when I'm usually just watching these Canes. Got to see some of Cam Cook, like the other guys I kind of knew about, and I had my top 4. Cam Cook kind of popped up. I was like, okay, this guy's good. Yeah. So up next is wide receivers for us. Doing our list. Top 5 is a lot harder too, because I think top 10 gives you a lot more leeway where you can kind of move them around however you want. But in the top 5, you're like, all right, these got to be the ones. And you see, none of us, when we dropped our quarterback list last week, none of us had Gunnar Stockton, none of us had Arch Manning. Because we see it differently. We're all gonna have our own list and create it that way, man. It's fun to do too. Like, watch you do that, and you have a chance to watch other players play. Obviously, schemes are different, so you can't compare like, oh, what he would do in Shannon Dawson's. Like, I just watch them where they're at and evaluate them that way. Excuse me, got something stuck in my throat. And evaluate them that way and just learn from there, man. It was dope. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, man. So next, like I said, next list is wide receivers. It's just a time, man. Now, listen. If y'all don't know me yet, you guys know I love battle rap. I'm petty. About funny stuff, not actually petty, like mad about it. It's just like I'm gonna send you some zingers, if you will. I really enjoyed the Kirby Smart Mario Cristobal roast. Was there some truth in there? Every good joke has some truth to it. Kirby Smart kicked it off, talking about how Mario, give y'all a summary of how Mario stole his player, yada, 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 Carson Beck. It's a good story. We all know the truth. They kind of wanted him gone. He wanted a fresh start because he felt some kind of way after he got injured. Everybody has the right to do that. Now, what I found funny was how the story was told after. On 3, the SEC network that they are, SEC propaganda network that they are, try to flip it like it was Mario Cristobal that attacked Kirby Smart. Which, by the way, the amount of jokes you could have just made on his haircut alone were like right there. Like it was right there, easy for you to do. But he stuck it to NIL, and it was enjoyable. I don't know why John Sumrall was there. John Sumrall, this is all going to be a roast section, guys. I apologize. John Sumrall looks like he listens with his mouth, yo. He looks like he listens with his mouth wide open, which is super weird. But to each his own. He's just a weird guy. But I don't understand when we saw it happen. Like, there's video of it, how Kirby Smart went up first, and then Mario responded. How we get to see the reality of it, right? Like, we saw, okay, Kirby Smart kicked it off. Cool. With the jokes. I'll take the jokes, you give the jokes, we rock. Mario responded, but then the propaganda network started kicking it off with, oh, I can't. Clutching their pros, I can't believe Mario said this. Bro, man, these are jokes. These people have known each other for probably 20 years. They probably crossed paths at Alabama when Mario was an assistant coach and Kirby was the DC and so on and so. They've known each other. They crossed paths over the trail. That's why he shouted out Ellis Robinson, because Miami was after Ellis Robinson, my guy Joe's favorite DB that year. These are just jokes. Do I enjoy it? Yes. Do I enjoy the content? Absolutely. Mario had some zingers. Now, the part that I enjoyed was the pre-NIL bar. Yes, look, the messiness of the Nevin Shapiro stuff happened and all that stuff, given. Cool. But let's not act like Miami was the only one. Miami was the one that got the documentary. That's why they get the headlines of this is how much Miami's paying now, because you just keep on with that narrative and that propaganda. But, like, fam, like, it's an open secret that the SEC was doing it, right? And I've never cared that players got paid. Never. It's not even about that. But to act like, I can't believe they said that. Like when Shane Gillis said it to, what's his face? I'm completely drawing a blank. When Shane Gillis said, bro, I cannot believe. Guy with Alabama. Whatever. I don't understand like why they're like nobody wanted to Nick Saban. I can't believe I forgot Nick Saban's name. Nick Saban got roasted by Shane Gillis. It was like, at least we didn't pay our players. I never paid anybody. All right, bro. Yes, you did. Okay. And that's fine. Like it's only illegal if they catch you type of shit. Like, and the NCAA wasn't going to do anything. Again, I go back 6 years ago, 105 violations by Tennessee, and then just acted like it didn't happen for illegal recruiting. It's fine, man. Like there were no rules before. The pre-NIL bar was funny because now everybody's getting paid, and you see how the SEC, yes, they still more likely get the most players off propaganda and coverage because it's always going to be a little safer. Besides, they're a little like, oh, I can't believe this guy is bad. But it's always going to be positive recruiting in that sense, where like the news does the coverage does it for you. It's not hard to do that. So yeah, man, like I really enjoyed that. By the way, the part that I don't know if anybody said it because I've kind of been unplugged this week. The part that I enjoyed is like the criticism is coming from a bigger table now, right? Like we got away from like the other two schools in Florida. Now Kirby sees us as a threat. Kirby Smart has built a great program, off the field stuff aside, a great program, a winning program, always in the SEC championship, always in the playoffs. If they start to see you as a threat, that lets you know we're making noise. That lets you know it becomes different. Not just the playoff run and the natty run this year, but in the trenches of recruiting, of the dark days when we don't really hear much news, when we're waiting with bated breath for a Dennis Smith tweet to find out, to decipher it, if this Michael Jordan image means something or it doesn't. So it can go either way, but that's the part where like, oh, y'all worried. Y'all a little concerned over there. And not just as us saying it as fans, like, oh, of course there were. Like, he took the time, right, as a Georgia head coach to kick that off. That shit was sitting in his chest. It was sitting in his mind to say something. That's the part that I was like, okay, I see you, dog. I see you. It's one of those when, like, if you guys are fans of battle rap, if you watch battle rap, if you take the time to shout out or jab at or diss another rapper while you have another rapper in front of you, that means it's been sitting in your mind. You throw a little subliminal to T-Rex or Averb, whoever you want to go, right? Those are the interesting parts about that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was, I thought it was a draw. I don't think anybody had a clear win because I would have liked to seen a third. If I would have liked to seen they'll get back up and just go face to face, have smack, you know what I'm saying, come in the middle and just give them 60 seconds each and see how far they can go. But I have a feeling if that happened, it would have gone a little bit too far and some real shit would have got addressed. And somebody would have taken it there and somebody's taking it further. Then it gets dicey. But I really enjoyed it, man. I laughed because my coach can hit back. That's the part that I was proud of. It's like he didn't just sit there and laugh at it. I was like, oh, I'm going to be above it. No. You're taking it there. I'm taking it further. I'm going right there with you. I'm going low with you. Easy. It's not even a thought. It's not even a debate. Like, oh, okay. Hey, Ellis Robinson, we got more restaurants in Miami than they do in Athens. Ellis Robinson, our jet takes off at 9:30. You saw what we did with Carson Beck. You see what our defensive backfield looks like. Because, yes, Ellis Robinson is a sore spot for my guy Joe. He's one of the players that he wanted the most. That recruiting cycle, and he was there. So you take the time to do that. Yeah, man, it was really enjoyable. All right, let's get into this Caneswear ad, and we will be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Caneswear, man. One of the few places I can find a hat that fits barely since I've been growing my hair out. That Joseph is I think he's a fan of. I think there's a slight bit of, man, I wish my hair could grow, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guys, man. Yeah, them crow jokes you ain't here to respond to. You know? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of talk, and I've had a couple conversations down with What's Your Cane Story about the concerns going into 26. And we've had the conversations over and over again, be it the offensive line, the linebacker room, what Darian Mentz is going to look like, what the receivers are going to look like outside of Malachi Toney, which we'll talk about in a second. It's all excitement for me, man. Like I don't have any worries really, because it's not like this staff or these recruiters that we've had throughout the years just sat there and be like, all right, we got Samson, we got CC, we don't need to worry about nothing. Every year they picked up 6 or 7. Just guys leave you, but that's why you over recruit. And now the smart thing about having 105 scholarships is that you can over recruit, where you could pick up a 6th or 7th or 8th French player and kind of stash them away on a maybe in case a guy doesn't develop at the same rate, or the guy that you took on a flyer, quote unquote, outworks them and takes his spot. Right, because you never know how these players are going to develop. Nobody ever knows till they get on campus. Their bodies can completely change. I tell the story all the time, and I think we just like gloss it over because it like happened so long ago. Like we just gloss over the fact that like Inez Cooper was like the 1,300 ranked recruit that year, or something crazy. Came in over 400 pounds and completely changed his body. Like that's the thing. Like we shine a light on the 5 stars that like, oh, they're supposed to be this, but Inez Cooper shut down the right guard halfway through his freshman year and never looked back. Like that is also a part of recruiting and development. To see a guy who like you have to mold completely because you got to get him in shape, get him his cardio up, and all these things, and it changes his body completely within 6 to 8 months, and then just continue to work on that and not just get lazy and rest on his laurels. That's dope, yo. Like that can't be glossed over at all. What else? I mean, Markel Bell is going into the league. JUCO recruit, yeah, one of the top players in the nation in recruiting, and that was starts to develop. Got better game after game. Had a tough Virginia Tech game, and handled it since then. Just has issues with undersized defensive linemen, but the legal work on that, and he got better. And 6'8", you can't teach that shit, yo. Got better every game. So yeah, man, like I'm not worried about it. Defensive line, I think it's gonna be a platoon type atmosphere. It's not gonna be too clear alphas. At least I don't think so. Before we have more information on spring and what like Hayden Lowe's gonna be and what Damon Wilson's gonna be in this room, but I don't think there's gonna be two clear alphas. I think it's going to be more platoon and more rotation, which I'm excited to see because that way when next year when the 2 more guys leave or 3 more guys leave, we know what the next guys can do. Who knows what these freshmen can do when they get on the field, how fastly they can develop if they have any injuries or anything like that. All right, this is a bot, so let me get that out the way. All right, cool. But yeah, man, I guess I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see these trenches. I'm excited to see the work that these young men are doing. I'll say it on every show that we talk about offensive line, even on the times that I bring it up. I think this offensive line with Jaden Wilkerson is my sleeper in that room. I think his work is crazy. Max Buchanan. We'll see, man. With this 5 spots, and I think they're gonna rotate because there's games that there's games that should be handled fairly easily, and they should get plenty of snaps early in the game when it's really happening. Not just third or fourth quarter late when we're up 40 points or some crazy shit like that. In the easier games, yes, there'll be competitive games that don't have any sense being competitive if we go back to that, but whatever. It's just not something like a linebacker. Besides the two old dogs, a bunch of young pups that I'm excited to see where Kamal Bonner's at. It's a good time, man. But like I said, this wide receiver room is special because it has a big dog in it. Has, if not the best player in the country, who should be this should be his first year. Like, he reclassified to come in early, so this should have been the year he's coming in. And now, after a year, we're like, yo, he's the best player in the country, right? Malachi Toney, appreciate you making news during the offseason, my brother. Incredible young man, crazy work ethic. Y'all know the story, staying after for the jug work, showing up early to the building, that got to kick him out, all those great stories. Changed his number from 10 to 1. If you follow us on our socials, you see that everywhere. Yeah, man, it just makes sense, but you're like, okay, the first one that did it was Cam, cool. But the second one that did it didn't live up to that one. Let's just hope that it's the former, not the latter. That's the way that's said. I think that's correct. But yeah, man, it was dope. I like the number change. Everybody put up their graphics with Mally in the number 1 now. I'm glad they released that early. It's a good time, man. It's a good time. Not much going on. So although we had Gabby on, and you see all his socials, bunch of big time players, big time commits, getting ready to be on campus for their first couple spring visits, which are, I think they have unlimited official visits, so they can do whatever they want and however many times they want to do it. And they go. We got big time 5 stars, high 4 stars. Evaluation is crazy coming in the spring, and then you got the summer with the rest of the official summer visits. It's gonna be a good time, man. All right. It's not much else going on. All right, man. Appreciate y'all checking out the pod. Quick, short one. We'll catch y'all on Sunday with the rest of the squad, man. Go Canes.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time. You already